Good afternoon, trainers, and welcome to the PGLS. I'm your host, Mike, and today I've got a battle featuring Koga, the poison-type gym leader, aka Tim, versus Challenger Terry. All of these battles were done over in Anime North 2014. If you want to go check that out, go look at the link below. We're going to go ahead and get this game started. As you can see right over here, Challenger Terry is going to be bringing a whole bunch of threats. Now, each of the gym leaders has the choice to either bring a competitive team or a casual team. This battle is going to be a competitive one. You can see right here that Terry is bringing the Rotom Wash, the Donphan, the Charizard, the Greninja, the Excadrill, and the Noivern. Now, you can see that the only potential Mega in this group is Charizard. Now, is it going to be Charizard X? Is it going to be Charizard Y? That's always a question we have to ask. But anyway, we're going to get this battle underway as Terry starts out with the Donphan, and Tim, aka Koga, sends out the Tentacruel. Now, this is kind of, it could go either way at this point. We don't know who's going to switch out, who's not going to switch out. Who knows? Because honestly, Donphan could take out Tentacruel, Tentacruel could take out Donphan. It depends on what they use. They actually both opt to switch out, bringing out the Weezing and the Rotom. Now, this is still kind of an awkward situation because Weezing is super defensive, it has a lot of HP, but the Rotom can pretty much Volt Switch, as you see right here. So Koga is going to opt to switch over to the Roserade, going to do that double switch as Challenger Terry brings up the Charizard. Now, what's going to happen here? Now, it's Roserade versus Charizard. We're finally going to be able to see what type of Charizard this actually is. He's actually going to go for the triple switch over to the Nidoking, just going to switch and switch and switch, as the Charizard actually changes into Charizard Y, setting up that drought, which is going to actually pose a problem for this Nidoking as it does go for the Flamethrower and actually takes it out. Ugh, that's not cool, that's not cool. So Koga's down one Pokemon already at the beginning of the game, 3 minutes in, less than 3 minutes in, and already Koga is missing out on a Pokemon. So he's going to send out Gengar. Now, Gengar doesn't have that much defense, so if it can't take out this Charizard with whatever attack it has, then this Charizard's probably going to be able to take it out. So we're going to have to see what the Gengar opts to do. The Gengar's actually going to go for that Stab Shadow Ball, not taking out the Charizard. And the Flamethrower is going to take out this Gengar, unfortunately. So now the Roserade's going to come out. And honestly, Koga's kind of on his last legs already, unfortunately. So he's got to send out that Roserade. But here's the thing. Roserade's faster than Charizard, but can't take it out because it lives at like 1 HP. That's super unfortunate, super unfortunate. So now, Koga's just going to have to send out whatever it can. Tentacruel is very specially defensive, so sending that out was a very smart idea, as this Charizard is going to go for the Air Slash, but it's going to flinch the Tentacruel, unfortunately. He's going to go for another Air Slash, trying to get another one of those flinches, but not this time. Charizard goes down to the Scald, and the sun actually disappears. Go. Oh, finally, we are at a point where we can actually continue on in the game. The Rotom's going to come out and go for that Volt Switch, though, taking out that Tentacruel. It doesn't matter how specially defensive you are if you're being hit with a super effective Stab Volt Switch. Gonna send out that Excadrill, gonna break that mold. And at this point, sending out the Weezing is a little bit of a scary situation because that mold has been broken. Knowing that, the Excadrill goes for the Earthquake, able to hit the Weezing, but the Excadrill is burned, so for the next Pokemon, for the last Pokemon that Koga has, it's actually going to be a little bit difficult for them to take it out, or a little bit more difficult, should I say. Anyway, Koga is going to be able to send out his last Pokemon, which is a Drapion. Now, let's see what the Drapion can do. Can it do anything against this Excadrill? We're actually not sure. This Earthquake isn't going to take it out because of that burn. This Knockout is going to take out the Air Balloon, but it doesn't matter because it's already popped. But Knockoff still gets that extra damage boost, which is awesome. Anyway, so the Excadrill is going to go for that Earthquake. Not going to take it out again. So the Excadrill is actually going to go down. Drapion actually lives, manages to take out at least one more Pokemon. That's awesome. But Donphan's going to come out at this point, and if we all know what Donphans can do, then, well, I thought they were going to go for an Ice Shard, but I guess not. Going to actually go for the Earthquake and take out the Drapion. So that's going to be the end of the first game, bringing it down to 4-0. Not a good battle for the first Koga team here, but as we see in the next battle, our challenger Stone is going to be bringing a Staraptor, a Garchomp, a Vaporeon, Salamence, and 2 other Pokemon that I didn't even have the chance to go to because it was going so fast. Anyway, Stone here is going to start out with the Staraptor. Staraptor versus Weezing. Now, this is already a good matchup for Koga, as the Weezing is super defensive. The Staraptor is going to go for the Brave Bird, though, which is going to be boosted by the Reckless. But Staraptor is going to get burned, so the next attack is most likely not going to take out that Weezing because that one did roughly about 60%, I'd say. And this one should do a little bit less. If it does take it out, it'll just barely take it out. But not wanting to risk it, Koga is going to switch out into the Tentacruel, taking a little bit more damage from that Brave Bird, taking more damage from the burn. So, I mean, at this point, the Tentacruel, all that he has to do is just use any sort of attack, knowing that the Staraptor is going to just go ahead and attack, knowing that it's going to go down. Anyway, it's going to get a little bit of that extra damage off before it can switch out, because he does know that Tentacruel is a specially defensive beast. Sending out the Garchomp now. Garchomp should be able to sweep this up if Koga decides not to switch out. Koga's actually going to switch out over to the Weezing, gonna get that Levitate, no Mold Breaker today. Anyway, he's gonna switch out, Stone's gonna switch out that Garchomp knowing that he can't do anything against it, but what can this Infernape do, really? We're gonna have to see. As it goes for the Flamethrower, so it's a special Infernape, that's awesome, but the Pain Split is actually going to take it down to roughly half health, but the important thing is it is going to heal up the Weezing up to 95, giving it a good amount of HP to live another Flamethrower. That's weird, though. The Weezing went for a Clear Smog. That's an interesting choice. We're going to have to see what that turns into a little bit later. So the Tentacruel is going to come back out. The Flamethrower is going to go on the Tentacruel. It's not going to take it out, showing exactly what kind of especially defensive beast this Tentacruel is. But it's a mixed Infernape, so it goes for a Thunder Punch. Now here comes the Nidoking. Let's see if Nidoking can put in a little bit more work than it did the last time. Is he going to? He's actually going to switch out the Infernape, go into Scizor, but that Earth Power is still going to do a decent amount because it is with that Sheer Force boost. I'm going to actually withdraw the Scizor, doing a double switch into the Salamence, predicting another Earth Power. That's good. It actually doesn't affect the Salamence. That was a really good switch. So right now we're going to have to see what kind of things Nidoking... Nidoking actually can't do anything against the Salamence. Not going to take that Hydro Pump that well, the Weezing, though. So it is going to go down. Salamence, you can see, isn't losing any HP, so it's not Life Orbed or anything like that. Might be Choice Specs, might be Choice Scarf, we'll have to see. Nidoking's going to come back out. And what's it going to do? What's it going to do? It's going to go for that Ice Beam! Ooh, that Ice Beam is going to take it right out. Awesome. So, the Vaporeon is going to come out. Now, if this Nidoking is choiced, which we might see, yep. So, Nidoking is probably choiced, so it's switching out. The Hydro Pump actually misses, which is awesome, which puts Roserade into a very nice situation here, as it shows versus the Garchomp that it can still do quite a bit of damage, which is absolutely amazing. But this Garchomp is going to go for the Outrage. That's actually going to take out the Roserade, unfortunately, so another Leaf Storm is not going to be happening. Especially with this Drapion coming out. Taking that Outrage like an absolute champion and knocking off whatever item it had. The Choice Scarf, actually, so it was the Scarf Chomp. That's awesome. Gonna heal up with that Black Sludge, which is gonna prove to be absolutely amazing. This Infernape's gonna come out. Now, fearing a Mach Punch, Koga might want to switch out right now, which he is actually gonna do. Switching out into Gengar. Is he gonna use a Mach Punch? No, he's not. He's actually gonna go for the Flamethrower. But Gengar is faster than Infernape, I believe. So, we're going to have to see what ends up going on here. Gengar is going to use the Psychic. Awesome. Good coverage move just to take out that Infernape. Going to send out the Scizor, which, if it has Bullet Punch, is going to prove to be a problem for this Gengar. Is he going to use Bullet Punch? No. Oh, well, he's actually going to switch out. Awesome. So the Drapion is going to tank that Bullet Punch. Not very well, unfortunately, but he is going to heal up a little bit with that Black Sludge. Now, Drapion cannot take another Bullet Punch, so he is going to switch out at this point. Scizor's going to lose a little bit more HP. Now, he might want to fodder off the Gengar, but he's not. He's going to switch out into the Nidoking, who I don't think can take a Bullet... Or, no, he can totally take a Bullet Punch. What am I talking about? He's actually going to withdraw, try and save the Scizor for later, as the Nidoking goes for the Flamethrower. That's not very effective, though, and this Nidoking is choice, so he's probably going to have to switch out here into that Gengar and at least fodder it off. At most, actually, fodder it off. Now, if this Nidoking does have the Flamethrower, that'll be able to take it out, but we're going to have to see what kind of moves this Nidoking has, because we've seen that it has the Earth Power, we've seen that it has the Flamethrower, but what is it going to use? It has Ice Beam as well. It's going to use the Thunderbolt, so he actually does have the Thunderbolt, but, ooh, going to use that Wish. I'm going to use that Wish, ladies and gentlemen. This Nidoking is it going to take out the Vaporeon? It is not going to take out the Vaporeon because it has Protect. Ooh, so the Wish is actually going to heal it up, especially the leftovers as well. So the Nidoking is going to use Thunderbolt. It was a critical hit and it still doesn't do all the damage that it needs to do. That's unfortunate, but at this point, can a Bullet Punch actually take it out? We're not sure. What we do know is this Nidoking can take out the Vaporeon as defensive as it is. As defensive as it is, as you see right here. There it goes. Perfect. I had another critical hit. Oh my gosh, the luck on this one. Okay, so out comes the Scizor. Now, can a Bullet Punch take out the Nidoking? We're going to have to see. Here comes the Bullet Punch. And no, it actually goes down. Oh, that's unfortunate. Scizor's going to lose some HP too, so it's not even a tie. So that was a straight up 1-0 for Stone, in favor of Stone. Anyway, going on to the last battle, we're just going to keep the ball rolling here. We've got Kent. Kent with the Shuckle, the Starmie, the Skarmory, the Mienshao, the Lucario, and the Pikachu. Now, here's the interesting thing about a Pikachu, all right? Pikachus are really, really strong. If you give it a freaking light ball, that thing can be super, super powerful. I guess they made it because it was the mascot of the whole Pokemon franchise or whatever. Anyway, so here we go. Shuckle's going to come out. Tentacruel's going to take this opportunity to set up the Toxic Spikes as the Shuckle takes the opportunity to set up the Sticky Web. All right, so we'll have to see what results from this. We're not actually sure. We're not actually sure. The Shuckle, is he actually going to stay in? Because he's already set up the Sticky Web. So we're going to have to figure that out. Now, they're taking quite a bit of time to figure it out, but ooh, the Tentacruel actually has the Rapid Spin. Awesome, as the Shuckle goes for the Infestation. So now Tentacruel's not going to be able to switch out. Tentacruel's not going to be able to switch out in this situation right here. The Acid Spray is going to lower that special defense because that is what Acid Spray does as the Sticky Web comes up once again. Now, is the Tentacruel going to Rapid Spin again? That is the question. Because I'm sure he does want to switch out into something else, but can he? Can he, really? Anyway, so it doesn't affect Skarmory. He's going to go for a Poison attack, not actually going to actually do all that much, actually. So, is he going to switch out at this point? No, he's not. He's actually going to go for the Rapid Spin at that point as the Skarmory goes for the Whirlwind, bringing up the Rose Raid. Not the best situation for Koga because the Skarmory, being a Steel type, does resist pretty much every single one of his Pokemon, as his whole team is a mono poison team, as all of the gym leaders will be, as you see. So he's actually going to switch out the Rose Raid, go into the Weezing, as our opponent switches out the Skarmory and goes into the Starmie. Knowing that it's not probably going to do too much, knowing that the Weezing's not going to do too much, he switches out into the Drapion as the Starmie goes for the Rapid Spin. But the Toxic from the, or not the Toxic, the Poison from the Poison Spikes, Toxic Spikes, is going to do a little bit of damage to that Starmie, who does have the Natural Cure, so if he does decide to switch out, then that will actually save the Starmie a little bit of trouble, except for the fact that it's done! Goodbye, Starmie! You got your Life Orb knocked right off of you, and that's going to be the end of you. Anyway, so the Pikachu is going to come out. And as you can see right here, Pikachu is a scary little beast. It's going to go for the Fake Out because Pikachu gets that now. Whew. Going to flinch that Drapion, unfortunately. But as you see, the Volt Tackle is going to do quite a bit of damage, actually taking out that Drapion. But Pikachu is going to be damaged in recoil, so we're going to have to see what Pikachu can do about this because Nidoking's coming out, and Nidoking has that ground type, so it is going to resist all of the stuff that Pikachu can do. It's just not going to straight up hit it. Anyway, so the Nidoking, yes, that is a smart decision, switching out the Pikachu for the Shuckle, which is still going to take a good amount of damage, except for the fact that it was a critical hit, so normally it wouldn't do all that much damage. So we're going to have to keep on going with this game. Let's see if Shuckle is going to set up that Sticky Web again, because it has been rapid spun off. It's actually going to go for the Infestation, making the Tentacruel again unable to switch out. So we're going to have to see what the Tentacruel will do. It was a smart decision to switch back into the Tentacruel because the Shuckle can set up the Sticky Web again, and just because of that, he can actually spin it off. Ooh, he sets up a second layer of Toxic Spikes. That's awesome. So now everything that comes in will be toxiced instead of just being normally poisoned. Is he going to... No, well, ooh, setting up the Safeguard, though. So now every one of the Pokemon that comes in will not be toxic because of that Safeguard. Safeguard does prevent status ailments. As you can see right here, the Skarmory's going to come out. It's not going to be poisoned anyway, but either way, gonna get that Scald off, but he's not gonna get the burn. He's really hoping to get that burn, I would say. He's gotta get that burn. If he doesn't get that burn, then honestly, this Tentacruel is probably gonna go down. Because the Brave Bird's gonna come in. Is that gonna... No, it's actually not gonna take it out. It's gonna be a critical hit. Ooh, Tentacruel could take that Brave Bird like an absolute beast. But Skarmory, hopefully, We'll see in this round if Tentacruel can get that burn. No, he's actually going to switch out and go back into Weezing, the defensive beast, as the Skarmory goes for the Roost. Now, it's unfortunate that the Skarmory's here for a mono poison type team. The thing about the PGLS, you have to enroll 6 Pokemon, but you can't switch out those Pokemon. You can't substitute them for other Pokemon in your party. So, if you're fighting Koga, or you're fighting Sabrina, or you're fighting anybody, then, you know, you have to use the same team. But it's just unfortunate for Koga that this Skarmory's here. As he goes for the Whirlwind, getting caught in that sticky web, unfortunately. Skarmory getting the leftovers boost, the lefties boost. And let's see what this Nidoking can do right over here. What can it do? Honestly, we'll have to see. It can go for an Ice Beam, it can go for a Thunderbolt, and there's quite a few things that this Nidoking can do, actually. We're going to have to see, but it is choiced, as we saw in the last few battles. Or the last battle, because in the first one it just straight up died. Oh, gonna go for that Flamethrower. Nice choice against the Shuckle. A very nice choice against the Shuckle, but he is going to get hurt by that poison. Nidoking is going to be able to not actually stay in on the Shuckle. Gonna switch out into the Tentacruel to get that Rapid Spin. That makes sense. Gonna go for that Safeguard again, just to keep it up. Just to keep it up, because honestly the Toxic Spikes will pose a bit of a problem if they are allowed to do that much damage to everybody. Alright, so the Tentacruel is going to heal up with that Black Sludge as the Infestation goes off. Going to take a little bit more of that bug damage. What can Tentacruel do right here? He can go for a Scald and actually take out the Shuckle, so goodbye Shuckle. That's one Sticky Web problem that we don't have to deal with for the rest of the game. That's amazing. Out comes Lucario. What can Lucario do? Lucario can actually hit him with a Steel move and probably take him out, but we're going to have to see what Koga decides to do in this situation, because he still has 4 other Pokemon that he can switch to. Exactly what he's going to do is going to switch out into the Weezing, predicting that the Lucario is a physically offensive variant. He actually is, as he goes for the Swords Dance. But what can Weezing do? Weezing can go for the Flamethrower. Ooh, that Blaze Kick actually burns it. Oh, but the Will-O-Wisp isn't going to work because of the Safeguard. You forgot about the Safeguard, Koga. Oh, no. Oh, no. So the Blaze Kick is going to be able to take out the Weezing. Doesn't matter how offensive it, or how defensive it is. Lucario has a Swords Dance up. As Nidoking comes out. Now, what can Nidoking do? Nidoking can go for a Earth Power, actually. As he withdraws Lucario, goes into Skarmory. That was a great prediction, because now Nidoking being choiced has to actually switch out, which is a little unfortunate. We're going to have to see right here. Tentacruel's going to come out as a Stealth Rock happens. Nice choice. Good time to go for a Stealth Rock, except for the fact that Tentacruel can and probably will Rapid Spin it off right here, as you just saw. So Skarmory is going to use the Brave Bird and actually take it out. Now, at this point, the Skarmory has free reign to set up the Stealth Rocks if it so desires. But instead, the Nidoking's going to come out and is going to be able to use that Thunderbolt or Ice Beam. Probably Thunderbolt. Hopefully Thunderbolt. Going to send out the Mienshao. Oh, getting poisoned though. The Flamethrower. Oh, that's a good choice, too. That's a good choice. Alright, so if this Mienshao is faster than the Nidoking, then we have a little bit of a problem on our hands, but for now it looks okay. Actually, he's going to switch out and go into the Gengar. Perfect. Going to go for that Fake Out. Ooh, if he had used High Jump Kick there, that would have been a big problem. Big problem. Anyway, so the Gengar is going to be out. Gengar has quite the bit of options to use on the rest of his Pokemon, but he is going to go for the Shadow Ball. Okay. Can Gengar take out these last few Pokemon here? It's just a Lucario. What can Gengar do? Or what can Lucario do against Gengar, rather? Not all that much. The Shadow Ball is going to do so much damage, but this Blaze Kick, of course, is going to take it down with a crit to 1 HP, but it's not going to show the Focus Sash? That's interesting. Maybe it doesn't? No, it's gotta. What? Either way, Gengar is going to be able to take out this Lucario with 1 HP. Didn't even show the Focus Sash. I am baffled that it didn't actually take it out. That's amazing. Ha! Awesome. Well, either way, this Gengar is going to be able to pretty much sweep this entire team, right? Because Skarmory is going to come down. Yep, there goes Skarmory. And what's left? Pikachu! Perfect! So that Pikachu is going to go down easily, I believe, right? Please tell me it'll take out the Pikachu. Yeah, it'll take out the Pikachu. All right, and that's going to be the end of the game. We're going to have a 2-0 victory. Is that right? Let me actually check. Is that a 2-0 victory? No, that was a 3-0 victory. Amazing. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button right down there. Always hit the like button if you enjoy the videos as well. And you can click any one of these links right over around me, or right over around me, in order to go and see the rest of the PGLS Gym Leaders, okay? Anyway, you guys keep on doing your thing, and I'll be StillJustMike. My channel's right down there if you want to go check me out. I will see you in the next set of battles.